Hello to all my friends out there. Someone called right in the middle of my video. That's annoying. Okay, I learned something. Last night I was shopping for sunglasses and I figured all your better sunglasses would be polarized. No, 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 no. There has to be the word polarized or P on the lens. So these are Armani sunglasses. I checked. There's no P, there's no word polarized. And so I want to buy myself a little treat, you know, with my stimulus money, but I don't want to go cuckoo. I just want to have something to show. Like this ring, remember this, you guys? I bought this ring for 1 million YouTube views. I really love it too. And I bought this ring super cheap because it had a missing stone, and now it's got several missing stones. So good deals are abundant. And then I bought this Invicta watch. I love this at the thrift store, really cheap. I usually try to buy Citizen, Pulsar, Seiko, Betsy Johnson. So I might buy myself a nice watch and some sunglasses and maybe a little jewelry. Okay, so now what? So if you don't have that P on your sunglasses, they're not polarized. Okay, somebody said, what about the Costco stock? Why did you buy Kroger? Well, Kroger is a lot cheaper. It's only like $34 a share. So I only had $5 to invest from my free stock. So I figured I'd be getting more of a Kroger stock. And so, what I do is I was buying silver when it was $19 a coin. And I also bought Uber stock when it was cheap. And I just buy 1 or 2 stocks. I like to buy a whole stock. Of course, I graciously received my free stock from Robinhood. A couple of the followers mentioned they did that too. I think you can always get one free. Supposedly I have 4 coming. I will let you know. And so I'm going to go for Kroger stocks now. But if they start climbing, and they very well could, because all these storms could cause a price increase in food because the truckers have to pay more for fuel now. So I was thinking, wow, the new normal, disasters and disease. So after seeing all these there was one poor guy on the news who asked the neighbor if they could come in the house because they had just been freezing to the point that his wife couldn't take it. And I thought, yeah, that's the one we saw. How about the other? There's 26 people that died. The people that worry me is the truckers. First of all, they're braving the corona. Now it's the weather. So that's a very treacherous job. Now you know why they get paid so much, and they deserve it too. So I will be getting a buddy heater. I will be getting a camp stove, and I will be getting a generator because it's just not worth it. It's getting to the point where if it's not this, it's going to be that. So we have to be prepared. So a lot of people move from California to Arizona and Texas, where it is freezing cold. Everybody I have known who is retired in Arizona, hairdressers, have come dragging back, and it wasn't pretty. I'm staying put. Okay, so out here people are acting like, okay, the vaccination is being dispensed, our problems are over. I don't think so. Until the pneumonia season is totally past, I would be extremely careful. I will not be doing any dining in because the other patrons, you know, you have to get the exposure that you breathe it into your lungs. Last night, I told this lady, I try to say it in a nice way, and they always get nasty. I go, ma'am, would you do me a favor and socially distance? And she said, basically, you don't know who you're talking to. And I thought, I don't care who I'm talking to. And then she wanted to argue and say her relatives, she was from Japan, are trapped at the border. trying to get into the U.S. I don't know who she is. Living in San Diego, are you kidding? 100,000 people cross the border in a day. But if that is you, I would like to suggest trying to pass through Tecate, not Tijuana. Okay, and if your relative is there at the border when you're trying to cross, I'd say that would help your cause too. Okay, now, so I do not think the corona is over. I do not think the corona issues are over. And I do not think the bad weather is over, because I do think a lot of people disagree with the mini ice age theory. I say if it looks like a snake and it crawls like a snake, it's a snake. It looks like an icy cold winter. And they create all kinds of problems, because when the snow melts, it creates water, which creates floods. Places in Texas that flooded, I think it was just last year or the year before, can expect more floods. The water is going to run from north to south, to the Gulf of Mexico and to the Baja Peninsula down here in San Diego. And we also have the backwash from the nasty Tijuana sewage too from time to time. I will also be getting a Berkey water filter. It's just best to drink bottled water and purify your own water. Okay, so we can expect inflation, especially on food, because the fuel is going up. I can see the fuel easily going to $5 a gallon here. So what I think I will do is I will just keep my tank full, and when I go down a quarter tank, I will buy gas. That's where your stockpile is really going to save you. I'm stockpiling. Okay, so if my house flooded, then my cans would be okay. But I'm thinking about moving my storage upstairs, which would be a lot of work. But for all kinds of reasons, I think it would be safer. Okay, power outages. I think we're going to see those more and more. I think it's because the demand is so high. We have to worry about clean water and evacuation. So once I realized I could pretty much like evacuate in my car and survive for a couple days, I had done this, the car living stuff, the nonsense before. And what really helped me is the comments. And one of the guys, I think it was a man, he goes, just crawl into the back seat and go to sleep. And I thought, yeah, you know, why is it like we have to complicate things? And if you have a good sleeping bag, I am stockpiling camp gear, all kinds of camp gear. And I do have a lot. And guess what? When you really need it, you can't find it reasonable, and you can't even find it out here. Okay, so now we're seeing cryptocurrency dipped a lot, quite a bit. So that's to be expected, you know, when the big money pulls out. Okay, so for food increases, what would we expect? Well, I would expect a food increase in beef and animal products like milk, cheese, and butter. And I would stockpile those in the freezer. You know, you can always make yourself a nice big batch of macaroni and cheese. Tonight I'm going to make some tuna casserole. And I got this new recipe that I really love, and it's macaroni and cheese soup. And I'm just going to put tuna in there. I think that's what I'm going to make for dinner. So now I just want to say a couple of things about food storage. Fruit, vegetables, and bread. I pretty much cleared my freezer out of everything except meat and bread. That's why I want a generator. But if I was going to save anything, you know, I would try to save the meat. I think what you can do, and I'm not sure on this, but if I pulled everything out of my freezer except the meat and put dry ice in there, I think that might work. But for my cans on vegetables, I would go with corn, tomatoes. I've heard people say don't stockpile tomatoes. I think that's horrible advice. Green beans and mixed vegetables. The mixed vegetables are good because you can make a little pan of stew. Last night I was eating my my soup that I made the other day. That was really good. I will freeze the rest. So, okay, that's why you need the mixed vegetables. I make chicken stew, and I just make chicken parts. You know, in the day we just boiled them in water with salt and pepper. Mixed vegetables and rice. That's a good one. The hamburger stews are really good. I might make those. Okay, and then for the fruit cocktail, pineapple, peaches, pears, and applesauce. And I used to be able to find applesauce in cans, and now you can't hardly find that, but I'm looking. And then for cheap meals, soup, stews, and sandwiches. And so if I was going to live in my car, I would eat sandwiches and fruit, and then I would probably buy some kind of meal out. And it's a lot easier, and you could survive pretty good that way. And I would stockpile a little food in my car too. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.